Today I'll be showing you how to start exploiting, or at least how I would start. To begin, I tried to find a game that looks like it does not have a good anti-cheat, or that it does not have many players, this usually from 500 to 5k active. If it does have an anti-cheat, make sure to use an alt. I'll be making a script for a game called Speedrun Simulator. The first thing I'll do is execute both SimpleSpy and DarkDex. If you do not know how to use that, make sure you watch my video on how to use it. The first thing that I noticed is there was an event for add speed. This means I can easily just run the event on a loop and get a ton of speed. I then tried to buy something from the summer shop so that I could easily get more points, and when I did so, I found another event to buy the silly ice cream. This is useful as with this information I can give myself free pets. I was then able to give myself a bunch of earth butterflies and upgrade them to make a ruby one, which is extremely OP. There is also an event for upgrading the butterflies, meaning you can easily make it into an auto upgrade, while still getting the butterflies using the event we got earlier. So now we have made it so we can get free pets and also a bunch of speed. The only problem is that when you get the speed from clicking, it is nowhere close to what you can potentially get from stepping on the orbs. This is where we'll use DarkDex to check out the orbs. We can click on an orb and figure out that it's under Workspace, Game Assets, Global Assets, and Orb Spawns. This is useful as all the orbs have a touch interest. The only problem is that there are also grouped objects called Summer Orb. This means that we need to find a way around that. To do that, I will copy the path to orb spawns and make a local for easy access. Now we have the orb spawns defined. We can then get the children of the orb spawns, and this can be put into a table with 4 IV in pairs, and then open bracket, orbs, colon, get children, do. Now it will be in a table, and as the get children is a function, we need to add an end at the end of the script. If you have not seen a video on how to use fire touch interest, I would recommend watching that, as I do a brief showcase on how to use 4 IV in pairs. We then need to check if it is a mesh part or a model. We can easily do this by going if v colon is a, open bracket, quotation mark, mesh part, quotation mark, close bracket, then, and that will check if it is a mesh part and not a model. When I say it out loud, it sounds a lot more complicated than it really is, but don't worry, as on screen it will say exactly what is happening. We then want to fire the touch interest of the mesh part and not the model. You can use the tutorial for the fire touch interest to do this next part, or you can just follow what I do. I will then define the player's humanoid root part and fire touch interest. At this point you can add another end at the end, and if you had to execute that you would figure out it collects all the orbs in the game, but we won't want to stop there, as it collects the orbs, yes, but we can put it into a loop, and also we want it to collect the summer orbs. To do this, we need to make a new line before the end, and type else if v colon is a model then, and I will now define the orb 1. This will be done by going local summer orb equals v open square bracket, quotation mark, orb 1 close quote, close square bracket, and the reason we want to put it in square brackets is because it has a dot and a number, which would be a value without the brackets. You can then add a fire touch interest for the summer orbs. Remember, the local user is not still valid, so I decided to rewrite the user instead of redefining it. If we execute it now, it should get all the orbs in the game, including the summer orbs. You can then put this all into a while wait loop and watch as the orbs disappear and you become the richest in the server. If you do not know how to do this, you need to put a while wait open bracket and close bracket do at the very beginning and an end at the end of the script. In no time I was able to rebirth and get the remote to do so. It turns out I only needed 1k to rebirth and I already had over 1 mil. I then took the remote event I got from rebirthing and put it all together. Usually if these steps do not make you a decent script that can get you to the top of the leaderboards, then you need to try find something within DarkDex that can assist you. This may be more advanced or difficult and will probably require its own video. So if you would like to see that, make sure to let me know in the comments and I'll get around to making it. I actually forgot to tell you guys to experiment, check out the game, and try find something that I did not show in this video. For example, if you end the obby and if you finish it, then you get this event, and if you run this, you get extra boost. If you guys did come to enjoy this video, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys.